Welcome to the Wisdom Path. If you've ever struggled to start something, a project, a new habit, or even your dream, this episode is for you. Today, we'll dive into how to stop procrastinating and finally get things done. Remember to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a step on your journey to wisdom and growth. Let's begin. Part 1. The Power of a Clear Goal. Have you ever felt stuck staring at a blank page? Or put off a project for so long that it became a mountain in your mind? You're not alone. But here's a truth few talk about. Getting started is often the hardest part. It's not that you're lazy. It's that you don't have a clear map. Imagine trying to build a house with only a vague idea like, I want it to look nice. You'd never know where to start. No blueprint, no tools, no measurements. The same is true for goals. Set specific goals, not dreams. Let's say you want to get fit. That's not a goal, it's a wish. A real goal sounds like this. I will go to the gym every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. It's clear, it's measurable, it's real. Eilert Fishbach calls this the power of specificity. The more specific your goal, the more power it holds. It's like setting your GPS instead of just heading in a general direction. Tony Robbins once said, setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. Break it down to win. Here's a story. James had a goal to write a book. He stared at a blank screen for weeks. But when he changed the goal to write 300 words every morning after coffee, something shifted. Within 6 months, his book was done. Why? Because 300 words felt doable. Like climbing stairs, not jumping up a wall. Break your task down. Smaller steps give you instant wins. Wins give you momentum. And momentum? That's how you build confidence. The brain loves a plan. Our minds love certainty. They hate someday. When you create a plan, when, where, and how you'll take action, you reduce the mental resistance. This is called an implementation intention. It turns I want to exercise into I will jog in the park at 7 a.m. Tuesday and Thursday. You eliminate decision fatigue. Your brain doesn't ask, should I do this? It simply follows the plan. Like brushing your teeth, you don't debate it. You just do it. Action creates energy. Ever notice how tired you feel when you procrastinate? Strangely, doing nothing can feel exhausting. Why? Because your brain is holding the task in your mind like a heavy suitcase. The longer you avoid it, the heavier it feels. But the moment you take action, even a small step, the weight begins to lift. Think of it like pushing a car. The first push is the hardest, but once it's moving, it rolls easier. Real people, real lessons. Sophia, a busy mom and accountant, once told me, I used to wait for motivation to start, but it never came. Now I just start, and motivation follows. That's the secret. We often think we need to feel ready to begin. But more often, we feel ready once we begin. Let's recap. Set clear, specific goals. Vague dreams don't build results. Break down your tasks. Small steps make big things possible. Use implementation intentions. Plan when, where, and how. Act to create motivation. Don't wait for it. Start small. Start now. As Brian Tracy once said, the act of taking the first step is what separates the winners from the losers. Your challenge for today: take one goal, make it specific, break it into one step, and do it today. Even if it's just 5 minutes. That's how the journey begins. If this helped you, subscribe to The Wisdom Path and share it with someone who needs that first push. In Part 2, we'll uncover how to stay motivated and beat procrastination, even when life gets in the way. Ready for change? Let's walk this path together. Part 2. Staying motivated and beating procrastination. We'll explore something even more challenging: how to stay motivated and avoid falling into the trap of procrastination. Why do we procrastinate? Let's be honest, we all procrastinate. You might say things like, "I'll do it tomorrow. I just need to be in the right mood. I'll wait until I have more time." Sound familiar? But procrastination is not a time problem. It's an emotion problem. When you delay something, it's often because you're afraid of failure. You don't feel like doing it. You're overwhelmed and don't know where to start. In other words, your brain chooses comfort now over success later. The emotional cost of waiting. Here's a metaphor. Imagine you have a small leak in your house. It's not urgent, so you ignore it. But slowly, quietly, it grows. One day, the ceiling collapses. That's how procrastination works. At first, it feels like relief, but over time, it builds stress, guilt, and pressure. The emotional weight becomes heavier than the task itself. Trick your brain. Make it rewarding. Your brain loves rewards. But when the goal feels far away, the motivation fades. So bring the reward closer. Instead of waiting until you finish everything, reward yourself for starting. Example: after 30 minutes of focused work, have a cup of your favorite tea. After completing a small task, listen to music, take a walk, or watch a short video. This is called positive reinforcement. It tells your brain, doing the work feels good. And the more good feelings you link to progress, the easier it becomes to keep going. Build accountability. There's a reason people hire coaches, trainers, and mentors. When someone is watching, or even just checking in, we're more likely to show up. Here's what you can do. Tell a friend your goal and when you'll do it. Join an online group where people share progress. Post your plan on social media to create public accountability. You don't have to do this alone. When others support you, motivation becomes a team sport. Motivation isn't constant, but habits are. Here's something important. Motivation comes and goes, but habits stick. Think of brushing your teeth. You don't wait to feel motivated. You just do it. The same can be true for writing, studying, exercising, or building your business. Create a routine. Same time, same place. Let it become part of who you are. You're not a person who tries to work out. You're a person who works out, even if it's just for 10 minutes. Identity shapes action. A short story. The Two Builders. Two men start building houses. One waits for sunny days to work. The other builds a little each day, rain or shine. After a few months, one has a strong home. The other has excuses. Be the builder who works daily. Motivation will visit you more often when it sees you moving. Progress over perfection. So many people delay action because they want it to be perfect. But here's a truth worth remembering. Done is better than perfect. Eilert Fishbach reminds us, perfectionism often hides fear. Fear of judgment, fear of failure. But the world rewards those who finish, not just those who plan. Let your first try be messy. Let your second be better. Progress is a staircase. You take it step by step. Tools to keep you going. Here are 3 simple strategies to stay on track. Time blocking. Choose a specific time to work and protect it like an appointment. To-do lists with priorities. Write just 3 key tasks for the day. Too many choices equals paralysis. Visual trackers. Use a calendar or a habit tracker. Cross off each day you stick to the plan. Watching your streak grow becomes its own motivation. Recap of today's wisdom. Procrastination is emotional. Face it with small, brave steps. Reward yourself early. Make action feel good. Build accountability. Share your goals. Create habits. Motivation fades. Habits carry you forward. Aim for progress, not perfection. Just begin. Your challenge today. Pick one task you've been avoiding. Break it into 10 minutes of effort. Reward yourself afterward. Then tell someone what you did. It doesn't have to be big, just real. Because real beats perfect every time. Remember, discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. Denzel Washington. If this resonated with you, hit subscribe and join us here at The Wisdom Path each week. In Part 3, we'll talk about what to do when life gets chaotic, how to stay flexible and bounce back when things don't go as planned. Ready to finish what you started? Let's keep walking this path together. Part 3. Adapt, reflect, and finish strong. We'll learn how to stay flexible, adapt to changes, and use reflection to grow stronger, especially when life doesn't go according to plan. Life will interrupt you. Expect it. Let's get one thing clear. No matter how great your plan is, something will go wrong. Maybe you get sick. Maybe a work emergency throws off your schedule. Maybe you just lose motivation. That's normal. It doesn't mean you failed. It means you're human. Eilert Fishbach teaches us, success isn't about perfect execution, it's about smart adjustment. Think of a GPS. When you take the wrong turn, it doesn't say, "You're terrible." It calmly says, "Recalculating." You can do the same. Be like water, not stone. Bruce Lee once said, "Be like water, my friend." Water adapts to the container. It flows, it moves, it bends. You can learn from that. If your plan to work every evening at 7 p.m. isn't working anymore, don't quit. Adjust. Maybe mornings are better, or shorter sessions, or even just weekends. Stubborn goals with flexible methods, that's the key. Reflection, your secret superpower. We often rush through life without stopping to ask, what's working? What's not? What can I change? But taking time to reflect is like cleaning your glasses. You see clearer. You act wiser. Try this every Sunday. What did I do well this week? What can I improve? What's one small change I can make? Write it down, just 5 minutes. It's not about judging yourself, it's about learning. Use setbacks as feedback. Eilert says, failures are information. If you skipped a week of workouts, don't beat yourself up. Ask, what got in the way? How can I make it easier next time? Maybe it was too late in the day. Maybe the workout was too long. Maybe you just needed a friend to join you. Use the setback to adjust your strategy, not to stop. The power of micro wins. In chaotic times, big wins feel impossible. That's when micro wins become essential. If you can't do 1 hour of deep work, do 15 minutes. If you can't cook a healthy meal, just drink a glass of water and eat a fruit. If you can't meditate for 20 minutes, take 3 deep breaths. Small actions, big message. I'm still moving. These micro wins keep your identity intact. You're still the kind of person who shows up, even when it's hard. A story, the bamboo and the oak. There's an old tale. In a strong storm, the oak tree breaks. It stood tall but rigid. The bamboo bends with the wind, but never breaks. Be the bamboo. The goal isn't to resist change, it's to move with it without losing your roots. Community and support. You don't need to walk this path alone. Sometimes the best way to stay flexible is to talk it out. Call a friend. Join a support group. Watch inspiring content like this channel. When you share your journey, others share their solutions. And together, you adapt faster and go farther. Finish strong, even if it looks different. Let's be real. Sometimes what you finish with doesn't look like what you started with. That's okay. You may set out to write a book and end up launching a blog. You may plan a business and end up creating a course. You may try to lose weight and instead gain better health habits. What matters is the growth, the discipline, the action. Let your results be alive, not trapped in a box. Final recap. What you've learned. Let's go over the journey. Part 1. Start strong. Set specific goals. Break tasks into steps. Make concrete plans. Part 2. Stay motivated. Use rewards and accountability. Focus on progress over perfection. Turn actions into habits. Part 3. Adapt and reflect. Expect change. Stay flexible. Reflect weekly. Use setbacks as learning. Celebrate micro wins. Finish strong, even if the goal evolves. Final challenge. This week, take one goal you've been working on. Reflect on what's worked. Adjust what hasn't. And commit to one small win, even if life feels messy. Write it down. Share it. Act on it. Because action is how we become the person we imagine. It's not about being perfect. It's about being better than you were yesterday. Let that be your daily mantra. If this series helped you, hit that subscribe button and join the Wisdom Path community. Together, we learn, we grow, we get it done. Thank you for walking this journey with me.